The pain showed up without warning. You didn't ask for this. You didn't plan for this. And right now, every part of you wants to stop. Don't, because what happens in the next 60 seconds of your decision-making is going to determine who you are for the rest of your life. Stay with me. Here is what nobody tells you about pain. It is not the enemy. It is the exam. Every single thing that is hard right now, every bill, every diagnosis, every betrayal, every morning you wake up and the weight of it is already sitting on your chest before you even open your eyes, none of that is evidence that you are losing. That is evidence that you are in the fight. Listen carefully. The battle you are in right now was not randomly assigned. You were not given more than you could handle. You were given exactly what was required to forge the version of you that the next chapter of your life demands. And the only way out, the only real way through, is not around the pain. It is through it. I want to talk about something that gets misunderstood almost every time. Strength. People think strength is a starting condition, something you either have or you don't, something inherited, something that makes the hard things feel less hard. That is not strength. That is privilege, and privilege can be bought. Strength, real strength, is what gets built inside the fire. It is what happens when you have every justifiable reason to quit and you don't. It is what accumulates when you show up broke, exhausted, uncertain, and afraid, and you do the work anyway. You cannot buy that. You cannot shortcut it. You cannot fake it. This is where most people lose. They look at someone who has been through real hardship and come out the other side and they think, that person must be different, must be made of something I'm not. They're not different. They just didn't quit when quitting was available. And right now, today, quitting is available to you. The exit is right there. Don't take it. Don't skip this part. Because this is the thing that separates the people who make it from the people who almost made it. When you have poured everything in, your time, your sleep, your relationships, your savings, your pride, and it still hasn't come together yet, the math starts to feel cruel. Like the investment is real and the return is a lie. But here is what I know about investment. You do not quit before the harvest. You do not walk away from the field you spent years preparing because the fruit hasn't come yet. The work you have put in has value, permanent, irreversible value, and every day you stay in, every day you show up when it would be easier to disappear, you are compounding that value. The harvest is coming, but it cannot come if you leave the field. If something in this is landing for you, subscribe. We come back every week for the people who are still in the fight. Now let's finish this. This will change how you see yourself, because I need you to understand something about your history. You have survived every single hard thing that has ever come for you. Every time the money ran out, every time the relationship ended, every time the plan fell apart, every time someone looked you in the eye and told you it wasn't going to work, every time you didn't see a way clear. You made it through. All of it. Every single time. Your track record for surviving impossible days is 100%. And that is not luck. That is not coincidence. That is the evidence of who you actually are. Underneath the fear, underneath the doubt, underneath the exhaustion, you are someone who does not break. You have proven that already. Now you just have to act like it. So here is your instruction. Not a suggestion. An instruction. Speak victory. Even when victory isn't visible yet. Not because it is delusional, but because the language you use shapes the reality you move toward. Call yourself finished before you feel finished. Call yourself strong before you feel strong. Name the outcome before the outcome exists. Because faith is not the absence of fear. Faith is moving forward while the fear is still present. Faith is planting the seed and watering it before you see a single thing growing above the soil. You are not at the bottom. You are at the beginning of your most important chapter. The pain you are pushing through right now is not wasted. It is being converted into something, character, capacity, wisdom, resilience, that will pay dividends for the rest of your life. But only if you keep going. Subscribe. Share this with someone who is hurting and needs to hear it right now. And then take the next step, however small, however uncertain. Push through. The other side is real. And you are closer than you think.